You guys ready to do this? Could you raise your hand if you're on a proper human diet? Ooh.
Nice.
Thank you. Could you raise your hand if you found healing through a proper human diet? Looks like the same number of hands. That's pretty cool. A proper human diet has changed my life forever. And I don't know if I would have started a proper human diet if it wasn't for the good doctors, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Kiltz. So if we could, I always like to give credit where credit due. Can we give a round of applause for all the good doctors? There he is. We're applauding you, the good doctors. I was just saying, Dr. Kiltz, I don't know if I ever would have started if not for the good doctors sharing the truth online. I think a lot of people would never have started carnivore if not for you guys, so we really appreciate you.
Absolutely. I learned from non-doctors.
There you go. So, Healing Humanity, the Power of a Proper Human Diet is a It's the documented stories that matter. Documenting real stories from individuals who are seeing incredible healing through the power of a proper human diet. We're not telling people you should do carnivore, you should do keto. We're just documenting their stories and what happens to them.
Go to the next slide.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, we'll switch.
Oh.
I just want to say one thing too real quick.
You do it.
These TVs are a lot clearer. This one not so much, so maybe look at those two. But.
Right. So my name's Adam Lacy, and how you doing, everybody? Appreciate everybody for being here. Love you guys so much. So the reason why I'm involved in this documentary is because I've had incredible healing through a carnivore diet. And as you can see here, I started for an autoimmune condition called vitiligo, where you lose melanin in your skin, and it started to spread when I was on a vegan diet for 2 years prior to going carnivore. And I was on a vegan diet in solidarity with a friend. It wasn't for ethical reasons or anything like that, because I hate vegetables. So the vitiligo started to get worse, and I did a research to find out exactly, how can I reverse this, because the doctors always say you can't reverse this condition. Found Joe Rogan, he had the same condition, said carnivore diet was fixing it, and that was the end of the story. I did research, found Dr. Berry, a doctor actually confirmed what I thought might be a possible solution, and it's clear sailing after that. So it actually started to reverse a little bit on my arm and around my waist. It hasn't fully resolved yet, but I had a traumatic brain injury 5 years prior to starting carnivore, and that brain injury was completely healed 100% within 5 months on a carnivore diet, and I was just totally blown away. Thank you. The doctor said that this was permanent brain damage. 10% of my brain function was gone, and I went through 2 years of physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy to try to fix this problem, and it was never resolved. If I closed my eyes standing up right now, I would fall over, and I had cognitive issues that when my brain was overloaded, I would have motor tics like someone with Tourette syndrome. It was uncontrollable, and it was very embarrassing, and I thought I was going to have that for the rest of my life. So I'm getting a little emotional just thinking about it. I can't even believe that that did that, so thank you. So Kerry made me put this on here. So I was a photojournalist for about 12, 13 years, and I've been published in Sports Illustrated, National Geographic. My photos have been featured on Fox News, MSNBC, all the major news outlets. So that's kind of what I bring to the table in terms of the documentary, is the creative aspect of it. Now, don't get me wrong, Kerry's a super creative dude, and he's more of the video. So I think we make a good pairing. So yes. With that.
So some people might be wondering, how did Adam and I hook up on this? I think it was around, well, at one point I decided we should do a documentary on carnivore diet. It's since evolved a little bit to be a proper human diet, but I came up with this idea and Adam thought it was a good one. The reason I think a documentary is so important is because there's so many people telling their stories on YouTube, but that's just a fraction of the population. There's not a lot of people that are weird like all of us that watch YouTube all of the time. So we're like, we want to get something that will reach millions of people, something on one of these big streaming services. And I think I was on day 65 with my daughter Emma, who's right here. Emma was a vegan for 5 years, and she was being a vegan for compassionate reasons. And so I called her the compassionate carnivore. I was like, that's kind of cool. And then we made a shirt, and then we're like, well, we could sell this shirt, but I'm like, I don't want to make money off of this endeavor because the reason I am so sick is because of greed and money. And so we said, we could use this shirt. If we make money from it, we could make a documentary. Well, that was around day 60. I announced it on YouTube. Adam emailed me and said,
I don't care what I have to do. I believe in this project. If you go forward with this, if I have to sweep the floors, whatever I got to do, I own a business, I know the value of a good employee, I'll do it. I didn't think that he was ever going to answer me. Yeah. He had 75,000 subscribers at the time, and I had no idea if he was going to answer me. I was new to YouTube. I didn't have a channel at that point, and he replied within hours. It was incredible.
I needed the help.
Right.
I needed the help. It's a big job doing a documentary. And Adam, you see some of his stuff here. He is absolutely incredible. He's an incredible photographer, videographer. You've photographed presidents. Like he's taking this to the next level, which is what we need in order to get this on the big screen and on the big streaming services and to reach millions of people. That is the goal, is to help the hopeless and reach millions of people. So, man, look on those screens. You can see, this is, Emma and Katie are here. This is, they called me Fatty McButterpants. This was, so carnivores healed me. At my heaviest, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am today. I had horrible depression most of my adult life. Depression, anxiety, insomnia. I was on every medication for depression. My life was hopeless until I found carnivore. But beyond all of that, I was a pretty big mess. I was diagnosed with IBS. I had sleep apnea. I was snoring, and I'd stop breathing throughout the night. I had arthritis so bad in my foot, I could barely walk. 18 months of just agony in this foot. They wanted to do surgery on it. And about 5 years ago, I had a TIA mini stroke. And after that, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And I also had kidney stones. I had my gallbladder removed. My appendix burst on the operating room table. I was pretty much a big mess until I found carnivores. So carnivores changed everything for me. Some of you guys might have seen it. I have a big thing of pills. I was on like 15 pills at one time. Right now, 0 pills. I'm on no pills whatsoever. This thing right here, this depression is the reason I'm doing this documentary. There's so many hopeless people in the world right now, and they're clueless to this. I didn't know this. I didn't know this if I didn't find someone doing it on YouTube. I wanted to reach people because I have seen people reverse mental health issues with a proper human diet over and over and over again since I've been doing this YouTube thing. I hear it all the time. And people are getting mad about it. They're like, I was depressed most of my adult life, and within 3 weeks, I'm starting to see some relief. It's insane. So that is the main reason. My mission in life, my purpose is to help the hopeless. So you guys, look on those screens over there. Adam and I are kind of proud of the quality. The quality's better on those two. This is a little trailer we put together. It's a teaser, right, Adam?
Yes.
It's a little teaser. We
trailer.
put this together for Hack Your Health. So you guys are seeing, this isn't on YouTube, this isn't anywhere. This is for Hack Your Health. And it shows you what we've filmed so far, and I think it'll give you kind of a good idea of what we're going for with our documentary. Again, it's the documented stories. It's sharing those stories and emotional connection. So, hello, Kerry here from Healing Humanity. A proper human diet has changed my life forever. Not only am I down over 100 pounds since my heaviest, I also overcame depression and anxiety and many other issues. Now, I'm going on a journey to help others do the same.
You know, I've been a doctor for nearly 30 years now.
We've all been misled for so long.
They gave me pills for anxiety, they gave me pills for depression.
Our bodies are so deficient and so malnourished that of course you're going to get diseases, of course you're going to get sick.
I believe that I may have caused my cancer.
It is no way to live. It's a nightmare.
I was just so hopeless for so many years. It just kills me to know that the answer was out there the whole time.
The food that we're eating nowadays is simply not food. I mean, just because we put it in our mouths and we chew it and swallow it doesn't make it food.
We can sit back and we can say the bloody doctors, it's not their fault. They were trained and they're doing what they were trained to do.
The thing that really pisses me off is that the people that we should have been able to trust, the literal organizations that we look up to protect us, are the people who have done the majority of the misleading.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number. So you put the right fuel in the engine, and the engine works.
I've now transitioned from a disease manager to a disease healer. I've transitioned from a drug dealer to a healer.
3 weeks ago, I didn't know this man, Bill, from Alaska. Bill is 700 pounds and he's been stuck in his house for 4 years. You nervous?
I'm nervous, scary. You know, I live in Alaska, the most incredible place on the planet. I had to have a toilet put, a few feet from my bed, which I can barely walk to as is. I have not been outside in over 4 years. This is life or death for me. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry about that.
Here.
Man,
Thanks, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, for the first time in a long, long time, I'm looking towards the future, which I've not had in such a long, long time. And it's just the most incredible feeling.
You guys like Bill? Hey, Emma, did you get that? Hey, can we say hi to Bill real quick? Emma's going to record it real quick. Say, Bill, we love you, Bill! We love you, Bill! We love you, Bill! Next year, Bill Knott's going to be sitting right here. Bill has recorded a special video for you guys, Hack Your Health, and we're going to show it to you at the end of this presentation. So Healing Humanity, our mission is to amplify light, inspire hope, and this is our new mantra. I'm going to keep saying it. It's the documented stories that matter. I did a live stream with Dr. Kiltz way back in the day when I decided to do this documentary, and so passionately he looked in the screen and said, "It's the documented stories that matter." I'm like, that's so true. We get so many people, Jeff DeProsperous, for example, that are coming to me saying, listen to my story, share my story, it's important. And that's all we're trying to do with this documentary. It's so much bigger than us, it's just sharing these stories. The original main focus is mental health, but we're covering topics like obesity, diabetes, cancer, women's health, heart disease, autoimmune disorders. We have a lot of incredible footage already, so much so that we've decided afterwards.
We're going to do a docuseries afterwards. There's too much footage.
So we can have one whole episode on aging, one whole episode on type 2 diabetes, probably a couple episodes on cancer, and one whole episode dedicated entirely to Dr. Kiltz. Dr. Kiltz episode. We have this little thing we talk about, I've done some videos on this, elevate positive deviance. All of you in this audience are positive deviants. That means you're doing something drastically different than the social norm and you're having incredible results. We need to pay attention to those positive deviants, and that's what we're capturing here in the documentary. So, does humanity need healing? I think everyone here probably agrees. Absolutely. We have some stats up there. 50 million Americans suffer from mental illness. 44% of college students experience depression. So, I think overwhelmingly, yes, humanity needs healing. One of the things I like to break it down and make it as simple as possible, and it seems like as humanity, as we get further and further away from what's natural, we get sicker and sicker. Mainly through the foods we're eating. You see cancer rates going up, obesity, type 2 diabetes, as we escape further from what's natural. We also do it by staring at our phones and not getting fresh air and not getting exercise. But that is what we're advocating for, is returning to what's natural for humans. It's amazing how the body heals when you do that.
One of my favorite quotes is Dr. Georgia Ede, "Hope is on the menu." It's a classic phrase.
Okay, so we have a couple other little clips. We have a big warning on here because these are junky YouTube clips. This isn't a representation of our documentary. The good stuff in the documentary is exclusive to the documentary, but these will tell the story, and it's about the narrative that we want to share with you here. So one of the things I shouted out earlier, the good doctors. We're so fortunate and blessed to have so many of these good doctors generously sharing their time as experts in this documentary.
Even from day one, when I first started advocating for this, I said it's not going to be up to one person. It's going to be up to many thousands and even millions of people.
It's the documented stories that matter.
I evolved to that, and I think that's what I want people to do. Do your own version of an elimination diet, and let's see what happens.
I feel a calling. I feel a responsibility, like you said, Kerry.
Yes.
I feel like there's a weight on my heart.
No pressure. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I wanted to ask you if you'd be interested in participating in this documentary.
I would absolutely support that.
I definitely don't want to put you on the spot, but if you're interested in participating in any way whatsoever.
If I can help some way, I'd be happy to. So anyway, so there you go. Easy question.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you were interested in participating in any way whatsoever, it would be a huge honor. I think it would really help as well.
Oh, 100%. I'd love to.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
I'm in, by the way. I hope that was an ask.
Yes.
Okay? I'm so grateful that you've invited me here, and I'm inspired by what you're doing also.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I was wondering if you'd be interested in participating in the documentary in any way.
Oh, twist my arm. Of course, you had me at hello. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. And this is exactly what needs to happen.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I wanted to get it on your radar and see if you'd be interested in being involved in any way whatsoever with the carnivore diet documentary we're putting together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% in. I can tell you right now, whatever you need me to do, I'm available and open. I'll make time in my schedule to make this a reality because I agree with you.
The last two of them, I knew I was putting on the spot, but honestly, the first 5, it happened over months. I didn't realize till afterwards I compiled this. I was like, wow. So yeah, we have some amazing experts with the documentary. Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Tony Hampton, Dr. Robert Kiltz, Dr. Georgia Eid, Dr. Philip Ovadia, Sean Baker, Dr. Anthony Chafee, and Professor Thomas Seyfried. Adam. We just recently filmed Professor Seyfried in Boston College. It was amazing. And over this last week, what do you think? We filmed so many individuals.
Right. Yeah, well, I think we filmed 12 individuals in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's been, very incredible.
All right, so here's another. Again, this is a rough cut. This is not the documentary. These are some YouTube clips and some streams, but just to give you kind of an idea of what we're going for in the documentary.
Humanity absolutely needs healing because it's very, very sick. We have had the largest burden of chronic disease and obesity and mental health issues than we have ever had in human history.
Diabetes, cancer, heart disease, it's running rampant. It's all the way we, number one, eat.
And most people have been eating the wrong way or feeding their brains improperly every single day for their entire lives. So they have no idea.
We're so sick as a society, but it isn't just bodily sick. When you don't feed your body, you're not feeding your brain, your mind is sick, your spirit is sick, your body is sick.
Is it normal to have a life where we're all living with chronic medical conditions? Is it normal that so many of our friends and family are suffering from depression and anxiety and other mental illnesses? Is it normal that we have to be on chronic medical medicines for the rest of our lives?
And we can't break through the system.
But if you're not eating a proper human diet, you're washed up at 50. You go get in the recliner and you basically stay there for anywhere from 5 to 25 years and then you die. And that's not the way, I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think that at 50, you should be a dangerous human being.
And finding out what is the real truth about what we're supposed to be putting into our bodies that people didn't even have to think about 100 years ago.
You need to eat real food.
I'm just saying, eat this real food and stop eating this fake food. That's literally the message in its entirety.
We have billions of people around the world who have suffered for decades and died young because of this.
So, does anyone know Bill Knott? So we got some clips and some photographs and stuff we're going to share with you, and some lessons we learned. Each of these individuals we went to film for a reason, but every single time we learned something more valuable afterwards. So we have a little lesson that we've learned from each thing here. That little house you see in the second picture, that's Bill's house. So a lot of people think he's been stuck in his house. It's really a room that he's been stuck in, and it's even more so than a room because he was basically immobile. So he was on the bed in the room for several years now. So shout out my daughter, Emma. Emma, you want to stand up quick? Can I embarrass Emma? Before Adam came along, Emma and I went to film Bill. He's the first person we filmed. We went out to Alaska. Bill was desperate. He was hopeless. He left me an essay of a comment saying his life was over if he didn't do something. 700 pounds, deeply depressed, stuck in his house for 4 years. Emma and I went out and filmed him. We filmed him for like 4 days, and we filmed everything. We filmed his whole story, we filmed his brothers, and we filmed all of Bill's dreams. Bill dreams of getting out into the beauty of Alaska. That's the saddest thing. He's in the most beautiful place on the planet, looking out the window. Right outside that window is beauty. And he used to go hiking and four-wheeling and fishing, and those are all of his dreams. He almost had his pilot's license before all of this happened. And so we filmed all of his dreams so we can show them in the documentary. Fishing, his brothers let us ride his favorite four-wheeler, and we have enough footage of Bill to do an entire 90-minute documentary episode on just Bill's story. Like I said, at the end of this, we're going to show a special clip from Bill. At 3 months, though, Bill said, "I have my life back, my depression is gone." That's the biggest thing. If Bill can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Bill had, like, everything worked against him. 700 pounds stuck in his house. Meat in Alaska is incredibly expensive. And, well, we'll give you the update here at the end. You want to do that one?
Yeah, I was incredibly embarrassed for myself when I seen an 82-year-old lady. It looks like she has triple biceps. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. She was working circles around us out here on the ranch. These 16-foot sections of fence, she was literally picking them up by herself. They had to weigh at least 100 pounds, but they're 16 foot long. She's picking them up on her back.
Adam was on one side, I was on the other, and she's just like, "Get out of the way, let me get this thing."
Yeah. She said, "Here, grab the other end," and we had to film it, so she just picked it up by herself and moved it. So, yeah. In this photo here, I actually, I wish that cow would have licked the camera just to mess Carrie up.
That's my favorite photo of all time that Adam took right there, really. So Maggie's 82 years old. She's 83 now. And she's been eating a proper human diet for 65 years. Wow. And I don't know what else to say. She's absolutely incredible. Her mind, her energy. Let's see, where's the next clip we had here? Here we go. We got some more photos too. Again, shout out Adam. He took all these photos. You want to talk about some of these, Adam?
So yeah, this is potentially for a promo piece for the documentary. Maggie's sitting here with all the food that they prepared for us. It was absolutely delicious. I believe that was the bowl of fat.
Bowl of fat.
First time I ever had just fried fat. It was a gigantic bowl of fat. And all this food on the table was for four people, right?
Right.
She said, "You need to eat this because that's all you're eating all day long."
She had a log, like a stump on the ground, and she comes out with a hatchet and this big thing of fat, and she sets it down and she starts chopping on it. And I'm like, she's like, making breakfast. Right. But I'll tell you what, like, that fat was a little overwhelming at first. I'm a good carnivore. I eat a lot of fat. It's all about fat. It should be called fativore. But that was, I'm like, am I going to be expected to eat like half of that or what? But I'll tell you what, by the end of that week, I felt better than I have my entire journey on carnivore. So much energy. It is truly all about the fat. Yeah. We also have Maggie here, multi-generational with her daughter and her granddaughter. Maggie was getting in and out of John Deere tractors and teaching her 12-year-old granddaughter how to use the tractor at 82 years old.
Yeah, this wasn't just any ordinary tractor either. It was probably as tall as the ceiling.
Yeah.
And she's hopping up on this thing like spring chicken. So.
She's jumping over fences. At one point, she showed us how she gets the feed. And it's, like a 5-gallon bucket. she had 2 in this hand, 2 in this hand, both filled completely with feed. 82 years old, picked them up. She's like, come. So absolutely incredible. But you know, like an 82-year-old, the energy is there, but her mind is so sharp. And the wisdom that she has. One of the saddest things with Maggie was, sadly, most of her friends that she grew up with, they're all gone. She's all alone. So that was a really remarkable part of the story.
This is incredible. This is literally a quote from Maggie, and she said, "I believe that I am middle-aged. My life is just getting started."
82 years old. I'm just getting started. Yeah. I asked her when she's going to retire, and she almost smacked me in the face. She said, "You don't mess around with Maggie." This guy right here, Dr. Tony Hampton. Dr. Hampton is the first expert that we filmed in Chicago. And he's absolutely incredible, amazing. My friend Jeff DeProsperous, we're going to talk about in a minute. He put together a whole cancer presentation specifically for Jeff that we did a live stream about. He's the metabolic doc. We filmed him a multi-camera interview. We discussed hope, healing, mental health, metabolic health, type 2 diabetes, and the blue zones. And I just want to show this little clip to you because this is like one of my favorites here.
When I think about what gets me really excited, for the first 15 years of my career, I took 1 or 2 people off of medicines. Since then, and when I started to move towards encouraging patients to reduce carbs, I now do that every week. In fact, a week before we recorded this video, I took 7 people off medicines in 1 week. Some of those patients never thought they'd ever get off medicines. One of them got off of insulin, and they simply did it by making dietary changes. Some did it with keto, some did it with carnivore, but I have now transitioned from a disease manager to a disease healer. I've transitioned from a drug dealer to a healer. And I can't believe it's happened. And it really just took taking the time to learn a different path. When I recognized that what I was doing wasn't healing people, I am so thankful that I realized that I need to do something different. A little research later, I found low carb, keto, and carnivore, and I've been off to the races since. So I just hope that more people learn this, whether it's a patient or a clinician, so that more people can heal.
So our lesson from Dr. Hampton, I saw my patients weren't healing, and so I needed to change and do something different. What I love about Dr. Hampton is he's practicing what he's preaching, but he's helping so many patients heal as well. Absolutely incredible. Next up, Jeff DeProsperous. Is anyone familiar with Jeff DeProsperous? Jeff is on a journey to be cancer-free. Besides stage 4 cancer, he also had depression, anxiety, and a sleep disorder. He was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and he was told it's inoperable, it's incurable, and you have months left to live. Pretty much the definition of hopelessness. Adam, you want to talk about some of the amazing photographs you took there?
Yeah, so this moment here, this was just prior to Jeff actually getting very, very emotional in the interview. It was very hard for Kerry and I to sit through this and capture it on film, but we feel like the end product with this documentary is going to be so captivating, so inspiring, and we can't wait to share that with you guys. And then shortly after that, we interviewed Peter and Dante, his 2 sons, and got their perspective on Jeff's cancer journey. And they were both very, very hopeful for their dad. And that was a pleasant experience. And I actually have no comment on this one here.
So Jeff is literally, there's no way you would know that he has stage 4 cancer or that he was just doing chemo or that, by the way, he just did a 5-day fast. He's done 43 5-day fasts. In the middle of the fast, he does chemo. Now, when he started and when he was first diagnosed with cancer, he was on the standard American diet and he was suffering. He was sick and he could barely tolerate the chemotherapy treatment. Now that he's doing it You can't even tell that there's anything wrong with him. When we got there, he gave us this itinerary. He's like, here's everything we're going to be filming and doing over the next 3 days. I'm like, okay, great. And like the third thing on the list was we're going to do a cold plunge. And I'm like, he's like, don't worry, I paid for it. It's fine. I'm like, so this is Jeff and myself doing a cold plunge. And just quick story. We were filming nonstop. This isn't like vacation. It's just work, work, work. We filmed the whole day. I didn't get a chance to call my wife, Jen, at all that entire day. So I just texted her that picture with no explanation whatsoever. And then I waited. I waited like, I think it was like 5 hours later. But I checked my phone later. She was just like, you need to come home. Here is some amazing photography from Adam and some clips. Adam, you want to talk about some of these?
So this is, I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit and make sure we get in the special message from Bill. But this is his hyperthermia treatment. It was very interesting. They put this pad on him, and then it internally heats up things inside of him and helps the efficacy of the chemo treatment that he was having. And this is Jeff here, like totally, pardon my French, kicking ass. Stage 4 cancer. You wouldn't expect to see somebody like that out there doing that sort of thing. And this is probably one of my favorite images that I took of Jeff with the angel's wings behind him, because his story is so absolutely incredible and inspirational. So, yeah.
Awesome. Here, I think we got a clip. Here's a clip of Jeff.
And I've been a carnivore for about 15 months. I have stage 4 cancer. Okay, I was supposed to be dead over a year ago. He deemed me stage 4, where he classified me as inoperable, incurable, palliative, and terminally ill.
Keep breathing.
It's not bad. Hey, we're doing it. I think the majority of cancers in this world are caused by lifestyle. And I believe that I may have caused my cancer.
And this is putting cooling water into this water bolus that's contacting Jeff's skin. And that keeps the superficial skin cool, so the treatment is comfortable.
Especially soccer. Peter's right there just stepping on the pitch in the middle there. He was warming up. Peter and Dante both play high level soccer, high level sports. That's right. You be sad for a second, a moment, and then you forget about it and you use it. After I started the carnivore diet, I started to realize many changes that were affecting me, not only physically, but mentally. To talk mentally, everything started to become more clear. I feel right now as good as I did in my late 20s, like for sure. And my weight, I am where I wanted to be for the past 20 years, and I'm not performance-wise, like I think I could step on a soccer pitch and perform the way I did in university right now, the way I feel. And I'm gonna start.
You just got your chemo treatment done a couple days.
I just got my chemo. I had chemo. I had chemo attached to me 2 days ago. Humanity definitely needs healing. Many of our bodies in the world today in society can be treated a lot better, and that's going to help heal the human being, not only from a physical point of view, but a mental point of view, but a social point of view in terms of how we treat one another. I think it's all connected.
And it's healed me. Carnivore's healed me big time. I don't take any pills for my mind. I don't take anything. I live my life to the fullest.
Just real quick, would you guys consider yourself a close circle of friends? Okay, because Jeff emailed me 2 days ago. He said, please tell our close circle of friends, including Dr. Chafee, Dr. Kiltz, Adam, JT, and then he said, etc. So you guys are etc. I had a scan today, and normally Dr. Lee, my oncologist, waits till chemo to share the results, which would have been next Wednesday. But for some reason, he called me right now this afternoon. That's what I said, He wanted to tell me that things have drastically shrank everywhere. His words. One of the biggest things we learned from Jeff, if you're diagnosed with cancer or any major health issue, you have to be your own advocate. You have to take your life into your own hands. And if you have cancer, you have to fight cancer. And Jeff is fighting his cancer.
Dr.
You want to take this one, speed round?
Dr. Berry. So, just so everybody knows, we have the tagline, the power of proper human diet. This was actually done in sort of a partnership with Dr. Berry, so we do actually have permission to use that. When we filmed him, he was absolutely incredible. He was full of zingers and one-liners. I mean, yeah, you guys seen part of it. He's very animated on camera, so next slide. Yep.
That's what being a doctor is all about. We were talking about healing and truly healing people. Next up was Rebecca Heichman. We filmed her not too long ago. We'll go quick on this one, but look at this picture, or look at it over there because the TV's better. 69 pounds at 24 years old. The doctor said she would be dead by 30 years old. Had all of these issues, and look at her now, absolutely thriving. And she has a beautiful 10-month-old baby. I'm holding the little baby's hand right there. Yep. So we got to film the baby for the documentary as well. And one of the incredible things she said was, isn't it amazing when you just get out of the way? And it's amazing how the human body will heal. Just let it do its thing. Stop poisoning it. Then we filmed Mimi Morgan. Mimi was diagnosed with Parkinson's, rheumatoid arthritis, stroke. She had a deadly blood infection. She was in a walker, like she could barely walk at all. And now she's thriving and she's ready to hike the St. Francis of Assisi Trail, 500 miles. She also, by the way, real quick, I know I gotta go. She made the most incredible meal I've ever eaten here. This was beef shanks she made, and I love her so much. She's absolutely amazing. Her mantra was, here's a couple shots that Adam took. We got the Maggie flex.
Another flexing one.
Almost 70 years old, 69 years old. We were chasing after her with the camera up a bridge. She does a cold plunge every single morning, and she's absolutely incredible. And just 10 more steps. That was her mantra. She would go 10 steps, and then she'd say, I can't go any further. She'd go back home the next day. She went 10 more and 10 more and 10 more. And pretty soon she's going to go 500 miles. All right. Well, it's good timing. So we have a special message from Bill Knott we talked about earlier. This is for you guys here.
Hello, Hack Your Health. This is Bill Knott, a.k.a. Bill in Alaska, or more appropriately now, Bill outside in Alaska. Hi, everybody. For those of you who know my story, know what a big deal it is for me to be sitting outside right now. This is only my third time in the last 4 days that I have been outside in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, I've been a prisoner in my home. 10 months ago, I was 700 pounds, 700 plus pounds, bedridden, a bad heart, beyond depressed and giving up on life. The only good thing in my life was my best friend, my cat, and he was the only thing that kept me, the only reason I had to live every day. I had given up, and I cried out to God, please, please hit me over the head with something so big to change my life around, and lo and behold, I met Kerry Mann from Homestead House. That man is changing lives. That man is on a mission from God. Love you, Kerry. You are incredible, and your whole entire family is beyond incredible. Met Kerry, discovered the carnivore diet, and fast forward 10 months, and I'm down about 250 pounds. I'm walking again. I'm outside, which I don't want to start crying in front of Hack Your Health crowd, but it's just been beyond believable. The power of the proper human diet and putting the proper fuel in our bodies is beyond amazing, and I see it every day. The carnivore diet is exploding online. There's new people posting carnivore videos every day of the miracles of putting in the proteins and the fats in our bodies and nothing else, and the miracles that it has on our bodies and kick-starting the healing process. Depression, anxiety, so many, what the medical community calls irreversible diseases and problems, reversed, solved, healed. It's unbelievable. And it's all from the power of the proper human diet and putting the fuel in our bodies that our Creator created for our bodies. That's why it works so well. It is the proper fuel. Wow. That is a crazy, I don't know if you can tell.
Get distracted easily.
That guy almost looked like that cloud was spinning for a minute.
Anyways.
Like, wow, first tornado in Alaska. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad to say hi to you guys at Hack Your Health. And just wanted to do a quick check-in and just be a testament. 700 pounds, lost 250 pounds in 10 months, bedridden, depressed. Now I'm walking and I'm happy. I mean, think about that. 250 pounds in under a year from eating the proper fuel, from depression to happiness, from immobile to mobile. Our bodies are capable of the most incredible healing if we give them the opportunity to heal and stop putting in the carbs, the sugars, the glyphosates, the junk, the poisons, and we let our bodies clean all that crap out so we can start the healing process. And it's amazing. The carnivore is changing lives. I love you guys and I hope you're having a good time. See you from Alaska.
So everybody loves Bill, right? You know what's more amazing is that it hasn't even been a year yet. Bill hasn't even hit a year yet. He's hitting a year in August. Adam and I are going to head back up there and film Bill on 1 year of carnivore. And then we're going to go back when he's lost all of his weight and he can actually go and fish again and hike and ride his bike and have total freedom like he should. So,
before we start questions, I want to thank all of our volunteers. Robin, Lynn, Brett, Ashley, Emma, Katie. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you.
yeah. Katie, stand up quick. Quick shout out to my daughter, Katie, too. She's awesome. She just took 4 college courses and she's on the dean's list right now and she's still in high school. All right, we want to open it up for questions now. Does anyone have any questions? G. Brown.
I know, it's not a question, but I would like to give a round of applause because Kerry Mann has changed the carnivore community. Yes. And let's let them know.
Thank you. Him too. Adam too. Adam too. Adam too. Emma too. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This whole week has been so humbling. Yesterday I was sitting at a table and I looked across and Dr. Kiltz was across from me, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, Dr. Philip Ovadia. It's so humbling. I'm so thankful that we get to do this. It's all about sharing these stories. So, yeah, any more questions? Janelle, yes. It's my wife's name.
How long have you been doing it? When did you start your carnivore journey?
440 days.
That's what's amazing. 440 days, I haven't done anything world shaking.
Yep.
Cool. I want to know an elevator speech for somebody when they see your shirt, Healing Humanity, and they want to read the fine words, proper human diet. What's the best way to speak to people about that?
You want me to go?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. I believe there's carnivore, right? There's keto, there's ketovore, and then there's a proper human diet. And the shirt is kind of funny too because you get a lot of looks. Like people are like, wait a minute, am I not a proper human? And it gets them thinking. For me, what I'm advocating for is not carnivore, keto, this or that. It's just a return to what is natural, what humans were intended to eat. I could eat strict carnivore and it could have seed oils all over it. Well, that's carnivore, but that's not natural. That's not what humans were intended to eat. So it's really about eliminating all of these toxins and garbage that humans were never intended to eat and focusing on natural foods that humans have eaten since the start of time. Yeah. Any other questions? Oh, lots of them. Dr. Robert Kiltz.
So this is one of the most amazing ventures that I've gotten involved with, and I just know that this is not cheap to do. How can we all in the community contribute to help make this a reality?
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. This, like I said in the beginning, this isn't a business venture. This is a passion project. So we've been able to raise an incredible amount of money, and I'm really proud of the fact that it's all been crowdfunded. Most documentaries nowadays, they're sponsored by Beyond Meat or a pharmaceutical or something with a bias in it. If you want to support our documentary, there's still so many stories out there that we need to go film, and it's very expensive. You can visit donate.healinghumanity.movie. And every penny you donate, I don't get a paycheck and then it goes there. Every penny goes 100% towards the documentary. If you buy these shirts, it goes towards the documentary. If you super chat on my YouTube channel, it goes towards the documentary. Salt shakers too, yeah, thanks. Yes? We don't have the shirts here, but that's a great question because after this, we're having a meetup. And Dr. Kiltz is going to be there, Dr. Chafee is going to be there, Bella's going to be there. It's at 5 o'clock at Casa do Brasil. And there's like 10 seats left if anyone's interested. Otherwise, you can get the shirts at healinghumanity.movie. But if anyone wants to get that, they'd go to
healinghumanity.movie/Austin, and then you'll be redirected to Eventbrite to buy tickets for the meetup tonight.
Yeah, you got to go on there if you want to get it. There's might be like 5 or 10 tickets left for that.
You'll have shirts there?
There will be shirts there, yes, and there will be Dr. Kiltz there as well. Questions? Yes?
Gary, I just wanted to say thank you for the way you're teaching everybody out there in the world the poisons of pesticides in vegetables and fruits. That's been how I tell people why I don't eat vegetables and fruits anymore. If that alone can get them to stop eating them and grow their own if they want to keep eating plants in their backyards, because the pesticides can't be washed out.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I did a couple of videos on that. It's so funny to me when someone takes a strawberry and they sprinkle some water on it. They're like, oh, it's good now. It's full of pesticides. Plus, that strawberry has far less nutrients than it would have 50 years ago. Plus, as Dr. Chafee says, plants are trying to kill us. There's like so many reasons. Like, for me, I'm just absolutely thriving on carnivore, so I don't see any need to add anything else in. But any other questions?
I don't want to put you on the spot.
You have a documentary you want me to be in?
It's a super exciting project. Just when do you think it's going to be kind of released? And how
Yes. I knew this question was coming. It's a great question. I appreciate it. This is the tricky part. Well, let me answer it quickly. We're hoping for near the end of next year. And the reason we don't have a specific date is because what's unique about this is we're trying to follow some individuals for the course of 1 year. And like Bill, he hasn't even hit a year yet. We still got to fly out there, get the end of his story. So that year makes this go much longer. But like most documentaries and movies, they can take 2-3 years anyways. If you're doing a big one where you're trying to, especially with so many different participants. So we're aiming for next year, and we're keeping it kind of loose because there's so many stories, and it's like, oh, we got everything, we're good. And I'm like, well, what about this person's story? This is good, maybe we should capture it. So thank you.
Yep.
Questions? Yep.
Are you going to put Emma beating you in the cold plunge?
Oh. See, that wasn't on the Netflix-approved camera, so I don't think we can show that. No, Emma kicked my butt on the cold plunge. I was all tough after doing the Jeff one, and Emma beat me. I went running out of it like a little baby. It was pretty cold. Yep.
When it comes out, will the world premiere be at the Montello Theater?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And it was going to say, Healing Humanity, starring Dr. Robert Kiltz. And then when he goes, it's going to say, Healing Humanity, starring Dr. Anthony Chafee. So I'm going to just keep rotating. We got the big letters on the marquees. It's going to premiere there and at several other small movie theaters. Our goal is to get Healing Humanity on the big screen. We want to partner with Angel Studios and get it on the big screen and then do like a hybrid afterwards where it goes streaming out to big streaming services. Our ultimate goal is to reach millions of people with whatever method we can. So,
Mia.
That was my question. Are
Oh.
you going to work with, who are you going to work with?
Awesome. Any other questions?
No question.
What is your
Daryl.
recommendation for getting out to people? Like when you started this up, you had people watch your transformation before you got to worldwide pretty much. What is your recommendation for people locally when your friends see you to getting the word to them?
Ooh. So the question is,
We point to y'all and point to Dr. Chafee and
right?
everybody.
My recommendation, if I find someone locally and I'm like, man, they could use help like this, is directing them to a similar, relatable, documented story, which is kind of why I'm doing this. But now you look on YouTube, look at all these YouTubers. You got Nia over there, hanging with the Browns right there. There's so many different, David Reed right there. There's so many different stories out there. It's like, if you have depression, there's someone out there on YouTube. And that's what's relatable. That's what's going to change people. I don't believe you can change anyone. You have to want to change yourself. And you can only do that if you're inspired from somebody else. And so that's my best advice. It's awesome too, because there's a lot of bad things with YouTube and technology, but there's good things on there too. There's literally billions of videos on there that you could send someone to inspire them. So thank you so much.